What up, people? Welcome back to the SMT Media Network. We're going to be talking this situation and LeBron when he was asked about, would you want to be like the next face of the NBA, or he got just this crazy question. And I'm not really surprised by what LeBron said and how he responded to this. It's actually really on brand for some of the comments we've heard from him in the past. But I want you guys to hear it. I want you to respond to it. Drop me a comment. And then I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my take after I play the audio clip from this interview where the interviewer asked LeBron the question about the face of the NBA. All right, so let's take a listen.
That side, with Ant considered, one of the possible future faces of the league, was being the face of the league something that you actively wanted, or was it something that everyone else decided for you? And what has that responsibility meant to you?
No, Ant already said he don't want it.
I know.
Yeah, Ant said he ain't trying to deal with that. And Channing Frye said it the other day too. It's unfortunate, but I don't know why do you want to be the face of a league when all the people that that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis on everybody? That responsibility, it's just weird. It's weird energy from the people that I don't know. But Channing, he said it. He said it perfectly. Couldn't have said it no better. But Ant said he don't want it. Obviously I didn't ask for it, but I knew there was a responsibility for me. Not only to my family, my friends, my community, and whoever that was going to follow my journey throughout my career. Not only in Ohio when I started there, but all over America and all over the world when I traveled all over the world. So I've always taken that seriously and understood from the beginning what being a professional was all about and being a role model was all about. So try to hold that with the utmost respect and honor. And
all right, that's enough. All right, so here's LeBron basically talking out of both sides of his mouth. This guy has the chosen one tattooed on him, right? This guy wants all the media attention. He wants everybody to talk about how fantastic he is. He wants to be the self-proclaimed GOAT. But if you say anything not glorifying about LeBron, that's weird energy. If you're not sucking him off, you're a hater. That's what he's saying. He's saying the media, the coverage on the sport, it's just all full of haters. Guys, this is why people have venom for LeBron. He says things like this. He doesn't endear himself to people. And he has a hard time coping and dealing with that concept. Honestly, he doesn't get it. He really doesn't understand why there are people on this planet that don't appreciate the things that he says. He thinks he's allowed to say and do whatever he wants without any type of blowback or any type of anybody, disagreeing with him. He doesn't live in a world where anything he says is wrong. And obviously that's untrue and that's not realistic. But he really believes that bullshit. And I've got LeBron ranked in my all-time rankings of best players of all time. He's definitely up there. I've seen some incredible players. Obviously, I've studied the game for a long time, and I can appreciate some of the older legacy players. LeBron belongs in these conversations as one of the best players to ever play basketball. But when it comes to just the sheer running of the mouth, when it comes to the things that he says without thinking, these are just huge media blunders. And I'm not going to even go into the media, scrums and stuff in the past where he's pretended like he was reading books and couldn't answer the simplest of questions. I'm not even going to get into that. But when this guy's got hot mics in front of him, he says the dumbest, most thoughtless things where he's just, and you know what? Maybe he actually did give this some thought. Maybe because he did mention Channing Frye and stuff like that. Maybe he did think about this, and I can hear the frustration in his voice. When he said, it's weird energy, he's not comfortable with the way that some people view him. He's not comfortable with the way that some people scrutinize him. He's never been good with it. The whole time in Miami, I remember kind of noticing some of that in his body language. Like, you remember the defensive moment when they lost the finals and everybody's life sucks. I'm going to go on vacation with my family and I'm still rich. And like, that's LeBron. This is who he is. He's a flawed individual like all of us. You know, there are fantastic things about him too. Nobody's perfect in this world. He clearly is not. And I think this is proof, one proof, that internally he has never come to grasp and accepted that some people just don't like him and that some people just don't approve of some of the things that he says. He doesn't get it. He really doesn't. And I think some of that negativity and weirdness, that's on him, actually. You know, he externalizes that and projects it to others, but it's actually him. He appears, from the outside looking in, he appears like he's uncomfortable with it. The weird energy is actually him. I find it really interesting that he came out publicly and said that the way he said it about the media and like wanting to be the star. Who the hell doesn't want to be the star of a league if you're capable of being the face of the league? Yeah, it's a heavy burden. Yes, there's a lot to come with it, but it's a unique responsibility. At the end, he says he wanted it, but in the beginning, he says he didn't want it. Speaking out of both sides of his mouth. LeBron's trying to play politics, but when you dig in and say things like you blaming the media and weird energy, and all, it's you, bro. It's you. And look, your opinion may vary, and you may be a LeBron apologist. Look, I'm from Cleveland. He and Kyrie Irving are responsible for winning the singular championship that I've seen in my lifetime as a Cleveland sports fan. I give him as a champion the utmost respect for that chip, and what he's accomplished as an NBA player in his career is, I mean, absolutely incredible. He's in all these records, right? But you know what record he also has with all of that? The record for saying the stupidest shit in front of hot mics.